This is Dr. Life in the business of saving lives. First responder responding to unnatural, artificial, man-made disasters. Shine Doctors, Shine Doctor, Kanisha. Homecoming Queen of the South, Zion Life. And Shine Dr. J, Damon, King of Salem, Dr. Life. Her RPG, Shine on RPG. That's me, the rugged prophetic ghost of alien bedrock nation. We live in this world, we're not of this world. This world is not our home. I'm going to give you a brief introduction to the Onyx Wall Street banks, the Onyx Wall Street Tree of Life U.S.A. banks of the Michael Jordan Angels investment banks. Michael Jordan's Angel investment banks in the Havilah Hollow coins, the original sanctuary coin, the original economy in the Garden of Eden, when the lioness, the first and the last Eve, was created in the Jordan River, and was given an economy of Havilah gold and Havilah silver, Cush frankincense. It's all listed in Genesis chapter 2. But most importantly, the onyx gemstone. So that diamond, the very first holy womb diamond, you have the onyx and the diamond to go with the Havilah gold and the silver and the frankincense, the Ethiopian Kush frankincense. So, as a result of this economy, and as a result of Dr. E.T. the hip hop preacher and I creating a economic inspiration and empowerment training program for a company called 5 Links in a Chain. Now I'm saying, let's run it back. In our hood, when we hoop, when we playing football or whatever, and once the game ends and we ready to keep going, we say, let's run it back. So I'm saying to the multi-millionaires from 5 Links, I'm saying to Dr. E.T. the hip hop preacher, I'm saying to my family, my wife and my children, they was allowing me to run all across the country with Thomas Felder. We went to Chicago, we went to Huntsville together. We went everywhere, all over Orlando, Tampa. We went everywhere. So I'm saying to my wife, my children, to Dr. E.T. the hip hop preacher, to all of the top earners that came out with us in Atlantic City when we brought E.T. the hip hop preacher, all of the top earners who also came out in Tampa when we brought E.T. the hip hop preacher back to Tampa. So all of the top earners who together we went down to Miami where Robert Kiyosaki came, and we went out to Vegas So we already have an established financial covenant. So now I'm inserting the Havala Hollow coins into all of the individuals who came down to honor my queen, my homecoming queen, and my homecoming queen Kanisha, and my homecoming queen, my mother Beverly Webb. At Alumni Weekend, the 50th anniversary for my mom entering as the freshman class in 1976. So we issued institutionalized Havala Hollow coins. Institutionalized Havala Hollow coins at Oakwood University. Oakwood University got institutional endowment fund Havala Hollow coins. Oakwood Academy got issued institutionalized Havala Hollow coins. Anna Knight has been resurrected, the school that my sister went to when we was there in 1976. Anna Knight received institutionalized Havala Hollow coins. The week before Alumni Weekend at Oakwood, at Pine Forge Academy, we did a week of prayer. Pine Forge Academy received institutionalized Havala Hollow coins. Jesse R. Wagner, the little school that feeds into Pine Forge Academy, received institutionalized Havala Hollow coins. Mount Sinai SDA Church, my grandfather and grandmother's church, the little school that Evelyn Harris created, the first school that I went to, received institutionalized Havala Hollow coins. The week before that, Full Sail University had Hall of Fame week. I went to my university, Full Sail University, and I always include LA Film School because Jay Noble was the very first individual at career development at Full Sail that invested in Laish when I brought Laish to the school to do the Florida Music Festival, to when I brought Laish to the school to do the Entertainment Networking Society, when I brought Laish to the school to do the hip hop mixtape tour that was bringing 50 Cent, Spider Loc, and G Unit into town and incorporating them into our Lake Eola event, Be Exposed. It was Jay Noble at Career Development, who is now at LA Film School. So both Full Sail University and LA Film School received institutionalized endowment fund of Havala Hollow coins. So no matter what happens from this point out, Onyx Wall Street banks, Onyx Wall Street Tree of Life U.S.A. banks has firmly been established. And whether you take advantage of this opportunity or not, that's on you. But the Havala Hollow coins and our Forex currency exchange has been well established billion, billions, hundreds of billions of dollars in Havilah Hollow coins has been issued. And then on a personal level, at Oakwood University and all this week since I've been back, individuals that are in our root family group, that are assets and not liabilities, that are the sons and daughters of God, not the sons and daughters of Belial, have been issued their Havilah Hollow coins. And we are issuing them daily. So, in an effort to get these coins to the 7 billion people worldwide as fast as possible, I created a direct sales entity called 5 Links. For the 5 Wise Virgins, Supernatural Thundercats. 5 supernatural cats. 5 links. Alright? And so now, not only can you get your inheritance back, but you can give others their inheritance back to make sure that everyone in the 7 billion people on the globe that have been issued these hollow coins, because many of them are in places that don't have the internet. Many of the 7 billion are in third world countries and they don't even know anything about this. So we have to have a supernatural direct sales force that's going to go into the highways and the byways and the highways and the hedges, doing the work of the Good Samaritan and giving the Havilah Hollow coins, giving them their makeovers first. Restoration, fullness of time for R&R, restoration and rehabilitation, transformation and transfiguration. So let's get into the presentation. When we were in Atlantic City, and shout out to Thomas Felder, shout out to Saucony Scott, shout out to Edward Martin, shout out to Tupac Court. These are the 2 branches of 5 Links that my 2 brothers who reached out to me and introduced me to the opportunity, Saucony and Edward Martin. Edward Martin connected to Tupac Court's team, and Saucony Scott connected to Thomas Felder's team. And so, because of those 2 brothers, of course, just like my wife and my children, you are at the top of the compensation plan. Of course, E.T. and Dee and his family are at the top of the compensation plan. This is not where E.T. is an external inspirational figure coming in to inspire. No, E.T. is a part of the bedrock and the cornerstone of this opportunity. And so when we brought E.T. in, we did a VIP session for couples. And that VIP session, along with my wife's desire to provide makeovers for the least of these, our brethren and sisters, has become the bedrock and foundation of our wellness movement, of our wellness, our medical esthetician wellness and cosmetology, yacht club, and spa. And the summit, we call it the Just Own It Summit. All right? And so, in the beginning of this presentation, you're going to see the cryptocurrency exchange first, which has been launched on an institutional level by us issuing endowment funds to the educational institutions that we're a part of. But the reason that we invested endowment funds in those institutions is so that we can do our proprietary way of transforming our people all around the globe and incorporating them into our One Love IMG hip hop neighborhood games, from Bob Marley and Beverly to Nipsey and Lauren London. And in between Bob Marley and Beverly, 1967, Bob Marley was in the U.S.A. recording his greatest body of works. And so, we are the movement. We are the hip hop Bob Marley movement, the Bob Marley U.S.A. movement. Bob Marley is a part of hip hop. On the tail end of doo-wop, Bob Marley and the Wailers, their 4-part harmony is rooted in doo-wop, just like Lauryn Hill. On her very first album, she dropped the doo-wop. That 4-part harmony that Bob Marley and the Wailers is known for, that comes from doo-wop. And doo-wop is the precursor to our hip-hop. We not rappers. We not disco. We not none of that. We doo-wop. We went from doo-wop into hip-hop. And Bob Marley was the king of going from doo-wop into hip-hop. And my mother was the queen. So from Bob Marley and Beverly, the Beverly Hillbillies musical, to Nipsey Hussle and Lauren London, the One Love image, IMG. The thing that Bob and Nipsey both have together is the connection. Bob Marley loved Ethiopia. And we take you back to ITB, Ethiopia, and give you back your covenant. Ethiopia, USA. You heard me. All right, so we have in One Love IMG neighborhood games, we have 4 streams of revenue for everybody who participates, to use the Have a Hollow coins to get you your economic dominion back. Play in the games. You coach other individuals coming up underneath you. You are paid to be a model, the image of God, the in the beginning image of God. That's what the makeover is for. You're paid. Don't you know that your body is the temple of God, the indwelling of the Holy Spirit? You're paid to put back on the in the beginning image of God. And then finally, you paid to be a lifesaver, a good Samaritan, the perfect gift Samaritan, giving makeovers and transformation and transfiguration to other individuals who have been taken through trauma. This is a no more trauma movement. the end of trauma. 4 streams, 4 separate multi-million dollar and billion-dollar industries, trillion-dollar industry, 4 of them. The modeling, the games, there's fashion, there's so many in those 4 different categories, those 4 different streams. There are 4 different industries that we're doing events to the public, giving the public an opportunity to come and convert their dollars into Havala Hollow coins to participate in what it is we doing. All right. So we're gonna pay you to give our people their Havala Hollow coins, but the industry that we're in, that's what this presentation is about. So 5 Links was a company that was based off of distributors or representatives, started off selling cell phones, business to business cell phones. And so we're using the same concept to use smartphones. They were selling business phones that businesses could use, but they could see each other and have teleconferencing. Improve communication, improve workflow, everything. All right. So we have smartphone and we have virtual reality technology and virtual reality goggles, which prior to us mostly has been used for gaming. You have a smartphone, GTEL communications, GTEL communications, smartphone is the power source. And then virtual reality goggles through one of our partners. The marriage of these 2 technologies is the platform where the wallets for our Havala Hollow coins, our wallets, we have an app where our exchange is housed at, where the coins, where Bitcoin and Ethereum is already being exchanged. And you can cash out your Bitcoin and Ethereum exchange in our app into cash, and then you can go from cash into our Havala Hollow coins. It's already happening. The app is already created. We got the phones. Now we're gonna begin installing the app on the phones. That will also be your wallet and your exchange. All right. So the compensation plan that we're gonna break down now is for you to help sell the GTEL phone with the Havala Hollow coin wallet, app, and exchange installed in the phones. That's the original thing that we're launching right here today. And so we created some Havala bills. The Havala bills they represent the frankincense. Every time you came to worship, you had to bring coins, but you had to burn incense. So the Havala bills are used to ignite the frankincense, because the transaction is not complete between us. The covenant is not complete. The exchange is not complete unless frankincense is burned. So we're printing bills. not to circulate bills, but to burn the incense to finalize the covenant. Havilah bills and Havilah coins go hand in hand. And when you burn the bills in the frankincense, you are confirming how many Havilah hollow coins that you have in the bank. So I was writing receipts out when I was issuing everybody their 1,600 Havilah hollow coins. The receipt and your signature on the bill before we burn it are going to match. And that's what's going to be put into the computer, into your wallet, and that will seal the deal. Once we burn the Havilah bills and the frankincense, the covenant is sealed. You can't have worship without the Havilah hollow coins and the Havilah frank and the Ethiopian Kush frankincense must be burned. And the Holy Spirit oil gotta be in the lamp. So the wedding feast of tabernacles coming up in October, you have to annually participate in all of those things. You have to come with the sanctuary coins, and only the silver coins can you bring to the wedding feast of tabernacles, which is the harvest of the oil, the third component that you need for worship. And then the celebration, we pop bottles with the vine, turning the water into wine. We harvest the holy oil, olive for worship. Then we pop the wedding feast, water in the wine, the vine. The grape is harvested at the same time that the olive is, so that you can't have a celebration without the wine. You can't have worship without the wine. The wedding feast is not, you can't have a wedding feast without the wine. So, Havilah hollow coins, burn frankincense, the holy oil, 5 wise virgins holy oil, and then the water and the wine from the holy vine. All right. And this is Passover week too. So, the opportunity. Live the abundant, have life. I came that you might have life. So, Havilah hollow coins, live the abundant, have life. The 5 links opportunity presentation. We rolling. So, 5 links. The holy wood grail, the olive and the wine, an olive and the grape are the holy wood grail when it comes to worship, when it comes to our exchange. And so that is the brand of 5 links. We are the holy wood grail.